Hello.
Hey, Jackie, how are you
Hi
doing?
there. Hey, that was a big win you guys had last week, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
I haven't had a chance to look at that email though
Not a problem.
I'm guessing Linnea has already come up with the answer though.
No, the only response I've had so far is from Lynn.
Really?
Hmm.
And she's the one who's traveling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think she was actually on BBO. Vicky and I played this morning, and Lynn was on, and so I texted her, and she said something about she got home late last night, or she got, I don't know if it's home. I don't know. It's confusing because she was going to the Bahamas, and then she was going to see her kids in Southern Cal, and then
Uh-huh.
going off to South America. So I don't know if she's actually back at home in between or not, but she's pretty much just disappeared for a couple months.
Yeah.
6 weeks or so anyway.
Yeah, we've had a good run with the teams because we played in Palo Alto a couple weeks ago and won that event too.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, I was actually sorry I couldn't play that. My brother, if you recall, my brother lives in Marin and
Uh-huh.
he's a bridge player, and we've played teams with him a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and he wanted us to play with him. But we actually did something really fun. We went to the Temptations show in San Francisco. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it was
I did not
fabulous.
know they were there, but that does sound fun.
It's not them, it's a performance about them.
Oh, okay.
And it was just over the top fabulous. So it was a good alternative. Peter, do you have that pen that I gave you? Cute. In fact, Lynn said she was going to join the game, the lesson.
Okay, good.
Just remembered that she did say that. Yeah. I was surprised.
Hey, folks.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey.
I think Tony's off this week, so he might not be joining.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just sort of assumed actually that you were going to cancel it this week with so many people away, but
Well, I decided I was going to do the Stone Ridge Creek this week, and so I have the stuff already prepared. Let's see.
And you'll be away next week, as I recall.
That's right.
ah,
Uh-oh.
But we'll still have a meeting next week for anyone who wants to join.
Yeah, good.
I finally got a location on the open campus.
ah,
Jackie, if you're available on December 1st, which is a week from Thursday, we will have a meeting at one of those trailers.
December 1st. Yeah. So at noon on December 1st?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send out
Okay.
the email with a little more advance, just to get it on everyone's radar.
So is that going to be at the same site that we used to meet or
I
at the
don't think
press
it's
room?
the press room. I think it's
Okay.
right across from the press room,
Oh,
but it's essentially the same layout.
okay. It
The
may
one,
be a trailer that we were in once before.
you know, we,
Yeah,
we met several times in that one over on the side or across the
Yeah.
press room.
it's the 6525, which I think is the press room, and 6575 is the one I had booked.
If I remember rightly, it was really cold in there, wasn't it?
It was cold and but they were I think working on it.
Okay. Well, they've had
Oh,
3
that
years
should
to
be
work
good.
on it, so.
I think they might still be working on the press room, actually.
This wasn't the press room wasn't
Yeah, they
cold.
were
It was
working
that
on the
other
one
room.
opposite the press room that we were sometimes on. It was like our backup room for when press room was.
Yeah.
I'm looking through here. I don't see anything about how to set up polls in WebEx here.
Yeah, you're not the host, so you might not be able to.
But you Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, what did you grant me so that I can share, right? Because I know I can share now.
Are you able to share?
I can share a screen now. I couldn't before you joined.
Okay.
Were you able to make me host?
I doubt it. Let me see.
There's Lynn.
Yeah, there you are. You're a host now, Rick.
All right.
Hi,
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Hello.
I did
Are you
have
home, Lynn?
I'm home. I got jet lag really badly.
Oh. How long are you going to be home before you leave again?
We're leaving next week. Yeah. So I have time to wash and pack again.
Where are you off to?
We went to the Bahamas and Frank went fishing and caught a barracuda.
Ooh,
Oh,
what do
That's
you
pretty
do when you
cool.
can't catch a barracuda? You put it
Well,
back.
you have to wear the special belt because it's really hard to reel them in, and they try to jump in the air and flip around so they can get the hook off. But he landed it, and um, the guy that drove the boat asked if he could have it, which was fine with us.
Wow.
I
Do
don't know
people
how
eat
we
it?
would get that cooked.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So people eat barracuda, huh?
Yeah, some people say it's poisonous and you have to be careful, but no, I think it's just a myth.
Well, it probably has a lot of mercury in it. That's the
Yeah,
problem
probably.
with fish.
Uh, the mercury part?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Well, mercury adds up. It doesn't disappear from your system over time. So if you eat a lot of, I think swordfish is the worst.
Oh,
If you eat a
okay.
lot of it, it can lead to some.
Well, barracudas are large. Oh, my husband doesn't think barracudas have mercury. Anyway, I don't know.
Well, that's just a
Whatever.
guess. I don't know off
Yeah.
the top of my head. I
He
know
thinks it's
swordfish.
the really large fish like the tuna. I mean, we know
Mm.
those have mercury, but
Hmm.
Isn't barracuda kind of large?
the ones that live, the fish that live a long time are the ones that have mercury, apparently, according to my husband.
Yeah, I believe that.
Whatever he
I just
knows.
I just assumed barracuda belonged to that category.
And maybe it does.
All right, Andrew, let me ask you this. So it still doesn't quite let me do it. It lets me do more. Do you see under your view menu,
I don't see a view menu.
up at the very top?
I don't see it.
Huh. Me.
I see layout. I see participants.
You see breakout sessions?
No.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and move on. And maybe you and I can try and set up a WebEx off in the evening sometime. And
Yeah, we can figure it out. It might be something that needs to be done in the when the meeting's being set up.
well, it talks about doing it during a meeting, and I've got the little editor here that's up for creating a poll question, but everything's grayed out for me.
Hmm.
So I don't know. All right, so let's look at this briefly. This one probably does not apply to you guys so much, but maybe can you read this all about claiming here?
I just see the document. I can't read it.
All right, hang on.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, can you read that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you probably know this, but we'll walk through it quickly. Actually, the end part may be good. So why make a claim? What do you guys think about why we should claim?
Save time.
Save time, number one thing. And The second thing is it's courtesy to the defenders, to the opponents, because if you don't claim, there's an implicit assumption that there's something the defenders can do that matters, right? And so the defenders are going to continue thinking about what's going on, counting every suit that's being played, looking at partners' signals, trying to signal correctly, trying to discard carefully. And if the declarer has all the rest of the tricks, it's a real waste for them to be going through all that mental energy. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's that's another reason that in the longer games it makes a difference. And so how to claim, the claiming player could be a defender also, but usually declare, faces their hand so that everybody else at the table can see it, and states how many tricks will be taken, and if it's not obvious, a line of play should be stated. Like, you know, I'm going to draw the remaining trumps and then win my clubs or something like that. And you can also do a conditional claim. If there's a finesse outstanding, like I did this at our tournament
You did it twice.
Sunday,
You did it twice, as I recall.
where I say, I'm gonna claim, I'm gonna take the club finesse along the way, and if it loses, you get one trick, otherwise I get the rest. And they said, yeah, the club finesse loses, but they're happy to do that. So you don't have to be claiming the rest of them. You don't even necessarily have to know the number of tricks you're going to take, so long as you can make a clarification like that. And how to accept a claim. And I didn't exactly write this here, but both if the declarer claims, both of the defenders should be happy with the claim. You know, both have to approve it. You can't just have one person approve it and go on. Sometimes it's hard to process declarer's claim, even if it's obvious to declarer.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why I think that is largely. If you're in a suit contract, remember how we, as a declarer, we count our losers?
Mm-hmm.
We count our losers by looking at the length in the declarer's hand, and then adding on high cards from dummy to, you know, so we get to take credit for both of those. But it's the losers is largely driven by the hand that has longer trumps, and that's usually declarer's hand. And so declarer's been looking at all these losers when you're looking at dummy, but when declarer claims, you need to look at declarer's hand and normally look at losers from the perspective of the hand that's just been exposed, right? Because otherwise you're looking at it kind of backwards if you're looking at dummy's losers. The time that isn't that case is if they did a transfer auction. So one no trump, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, let's say, and dummy has the long trumps.
Mm-hmm.
Then the loser count is done off the dummy, which everybody can see.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they do a claim after a transfer, usually it's obvious because you can see dummy's got a bunch of trumps, and you can see dummy has like 2 little diamonds and a little club, and declarer has the 2 top diamonds and clubs. And so you've already gotten used to looking at the losers from the hand that you count losers from. When it's a traditional auction, you don't get to see that long trump hand until the claim happens. So you have to flip-flop your context a little bit. So sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes it takes a little bit. And what's obvious to declare, because he's been looking at it the whole hand, you may need to ask for an explanation or something like that. And then how often should you claim?
Wow.
So is there a reason that you would not claim a hand?
Well, if you want to do a squeeze play,
That's right, if you want to do a squeeze. And so how often, what percent of hands are you doing an actual squeeze at the end?
10% maybe or less.
Yeah, probably 3% for a real squeeze. You can do a pseudo squeeze where you're just running your things, hoping defenders will throw the wrong stuff by accident. And that will happen more often. But I would guess that's still like 5% of the time or something.
Okay.
Maybe 10%. And so that's okay to do that. But you should really, that should be kind of where you're at. Otherwise, if you have, well, I don't know. if you're not looking at that situation, you should go ahead and claim, and not prolong it. Another example is one of these transfer auctions where dummy has the only trumps remaining and dummy has an obvious loser. You should not run dummy's trumps hoping that the defenders are going to throw their ace of that dummy's last suit, because it's obvious to them not to do that. It's better to just say, oh, yeah, I'll give you that last trick.
You know, in the real world, it's a small minority of hands that get claimed.
Well, it may
At
be,
our level,
although
anyway.
sometimes the claim isn't like trick 12 or something. The defender says, I've got the last two.
Yeah.
That's a claim.
Yeah.
So people used to tell me that you can't claim until Trump is all out. That's not true, is
That
it?
is not true. But
Okay.
if you do claim and there are trumps out, you should be careful in stating your claim.
Okay.
And I will draw trumps first.
Okay.
And you need to be prepared to have the remaining trumps all in one hand. So
Okay.
that you have enough to do that. But you should be happy. Everybody should be happy if you make a claim that starts with, yeah, I know there's two trumps and I'm going to draw them and then my stuff is good. On bridge base, we will often go a little bit further, even if you can claim at trick 6 or something. Sometimes we'll draw trumps and give up the one trick that has to be given up and then get the lead back before claiming. Just because it's hard to convey the claim if it's a complex one. It's just not worth the time. You wind up spending longer with one or the other defender not saying anything but not clicking the accept button. So. All right.
My regular partner Danning has made that mistake of claiming when Trump is still out and not saying what he's going to do several times.
Who's that?
Danning,
Danning? Uh-huh.
regular partner. And we've gone down in a couple slams because of it.
Oh dear.
He likes to get ahead of himself. I do too sometimes. We usually don't run into that problem.
Another thing, what if you're a defender and you think that there is a false claim? If you don't agree with the claim, what should you do?
Director.
Yeah, you should not say, well, wait a minute, I've still got trumps, or wait a minute, if you play in this order, I'm going to get another trick. You don't want to start explaining that. You just want to call the director and say,
Okay.
I'm unsure about this claim, I'd like the director. And the director is always going to be happy to come over and discuss the claims, because the director always wants you to claim and does not want people to be reluctant to claim in case they make an error. So it's a little bit about penalty doubles, I feel like. It's like if you have never made a false claim, you are not claiming often enough.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay. You should not strive to false claim, but it will just happen that if you do it at the right frequency, every once in a while you'll be wrong. But that's okay.
So your comment about calling the director, that wouldn't apply on BBO, would it? Because
That's
there
right.
you, okay.
Because there you just click no and
Yeah.
it gets played out and there's
Yeah.
no information given away.
Right. And you get to see their hand and they don't get to see yours.
Right. Uh-huh. Yep.
That is one of the unfortunate parts of BBO. It kind of favors the declarer in that case. As in real hand-to-hand, face-to-face bridge, you can have a declarer play the hand in a given way. If they forgot that trumps are out, for example, you could have them play in such a way that would give the defense an extra trick. Whereas in BBO, you can't really do that.
And so if you reject the claim, it may make them think, oh, maybe I better take a trump here
Exactly.
in case I forgot one.
Ah,
Right. So it gives them a little extra information without protection that you would get from a face-to-face.
huh.
So,
The most annoying thing on BBO is when you claim and the defender just automatically rejects the claim because they, well, for one reason or another. That's happened to me before.
Hmm.
let's hop on BBO here and just the ladies, I want to do a bidding table here. And
By the way, I just want to let you know, I'm probably gonna have to leave early, so
that's fine.
just, that's the way it is.
I get that.
Are you gonna share screen on WebEx, Rick, or would it be easier?
I will. Once I get this loaded, I will.
Okay.
Hey, I have a new BFF in Cambodia.
You do?
Somebody I played BBO with, and
All right.
our profiles were virtually identical, and we played really well together. So this morning he saw that I was on, and he sent me. I guess he kept my BBO ID, and he texted me and asked me to play. And he's in Cambodia. That's kind of cool.
Should
Yeah,
ask
That
him
cool.
if he, ask him if he knows our mayoral candidate.
Oh, he's no longer our mayoral candidate, Andrew.
No, the
It's history, and for better or
defeatee.
for worse. But yeah,
Okay, so before you bid, Jackie,
okay.
oh, this hand doesn't look right. Let's see. Okay, this one looks good. So you see how West is the dealer,
Yes.
the dealing chart? So in this auction, West is actually going to make an opening bid.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you have to look at the advancer's hand. The advancer has to look at her hand and see what her lowest card is. And West is going to open one of that suit, and so you're going to say what that is, Lynn.
But I don't understand what you
What?
just said. See
Oh,
what
hang on,
the
let me share
lowest
this up.
card
I'll
is?
share the screen. I can't kibitz.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't either. What?
Hang
Oh,
on
you-
one sec.
No, I don't understand it.
Okay, so who's the advancer?
Well, nobody's
Well,
bid
who's
yet.
who's fourth seat? Fourth seat then.
Oh,
Fourth seat
okay.
is
Me?
south.
Yeah, that's Lynn. And Lynn, find the lowest card in your hand,
Yeah.
and you say West opens one of whatever suit that is.
West opens one
Oh,
heart.
that's just a little game you're playing. Is that right?
Okay.
It's a way of figuring out what West opens where we can't see the West hand as a bidding practice table.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this dealer script is set up so that West has an opening hand, and West is going to open one of a suit, and that suit, South is going to have, that's going to be their lowest card is in that suit.
Okay. So I just say West opens one heart.
That's right. And then it's Jackie's turn to bid. And Jackie
Okay.
can bid whatever, and if she wants to double, she actually has to bid a heart because you can't double a pass on bridge bids.
Okay.
Can't you just let the opponents bid?
You can't let the opponents bid on a bidding practice table.
Well,
Oh.
you can.
You can have a robot table.
Well, if West opened one heart, my
Oh, I
partner did
can.
too.
Let's see, maybe, let's see. Oh, you know what? You're right. I'll bet you can. So let me back
I
this
know
up.
you can.
Yeah, you know, I did this faster than I need to.
Otherwise, it's really confusing.
For the practice table, you have to pay for robots. But you can have one here. So let's see if that does work.
Okay.
Yeah, this will work.
Um. Mm.
Oh, that's why I'm practicing this stuff.
Well, I can't really double.
How come?
Well, because that's a takeout double.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have, I thought you had to have opening points.
How many points do you have?
Well, I have 11 plus 1, so I have 12. So I can double.
I would.
Okay.
Oops. Sorry about that. Um,
So are you sure you want to pass, Jackie?
well, I can't bid at the 2 level.
How come?
I'm not strong enough.
I don't know. Andrew, what do you think? Is she strong enough to?
I agree with Jackie. And actually, I wouldn't have doubled with Lynn's hand either. I like to be a little more solid with my direct seat doubles.
Oh,
So that can be, but with the double, I think you can make the law of total tricks bid in the north
oh, I see.
of 2 hearts because you expect to have a heart fit.
Okay.
Tell you what, I would have passed with Lynn's hand the first time, but if it had gone the same auction as it is this time, probably would double the second time.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I agree. That's also an option.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But you should pass now because
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
yeah. So
Okay.
this is mostly a robot exercise then.
I should be down one.
Yeah, there was 2 hearts and a spade and a club.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even down two. Ace of spades, little spade, ducked by south. They might finesse the jack.
You might guess wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me do another one here. Give me a second.
Hmm.
So I'm going to back you up here. So Jackie, is that your right bid?
Well, I think it is.
Do you think you have enough for game?
Um, well, okay. I guess you're saying I should just go for game?
Well, you shouldn't just bid 4 spades. What would you have bid if West had passed?
If West had passed.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have actually, yeah, I would have bid 2 no trump.
Well,
Can't I with that void?
with your void, what other choice do you have?
Oh gosh, Splinter.
Splinter?
Yeah, you'd splinter, right? Because that's the
Mhm.
weaker of the 2
Yeah,
choices.
yeah.
And so can you still splinter after the 2 heart bid?
I suppose I could. So oops, that's not. Oh, well, wait a minute. No, I can't. After the 2 heart bid,
Well, what would the splinter bid have been?
3 hearts,
No, 3 hearts would have been
4
a
hearts,
Bergen raise. Yeah, 4
4
hearts.
hearts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
3 hearts is a Bergen raise, meaning what?
Oh, if they had passed the 2 heart bid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so a 3 heart snow would have been, what would that have been? That's
10 plus.
It's a
Bergen?
bit of a gray area. Some people would like to
Yeah.
play that as a splinter. I think
Right.
Danning and I talked about this several times because then you have symmetry with one heart, three spades.
Right, yeah, I understand. But anyhow, normally your splinter is the double jump shift. But once they interfere, so long as it's still at least a jump, it's still a splinter.
Okay.
So hang on. So Lynn, you're saying you think that you don't have extras or
No, I do. Oh, so I'm supposed to do cue bidding.
well, there's
Okay.
no room to cue bet anymore. So you got to
No, I
decide
know.
if you want to consider a slam sequence or not.
Oh,
If you
okay.
pass, your partner's probably going to pass because
Yeah.
she's got only barely has enough for game.
Uh-huh.
So this is your chance to decide, do you think that it's worth exploring for slam or not?
Mm,
And so usually when you both are short in the same suit, it's not all that helpful.
I
But
know.
at least you know it's likely that they have 10 points in hearts and you guys don't have any, so your remaining points are in the same suits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that might be stronger. So, okay, we'll give it a shot.
And do you remember? So that's one option there. Do you remember your other one to show your void?
To show my void? No, I don't know. Well,
I
do
thought she
I,
already did.
So if you have
Go
an
to
even number of
singleton.
key cards, usually two, and you have a void, you can bid 5 no trump.
Oh,
That has 2 key cards plus a useful void.
oh, I've never heard that, or I don't remember having heard that. 5 no trump.
but don't I already know that she's probably void in hearts?
No, you would expect she has a singleton heart because you have a
Oh,
singleton heart.
singleton. Oh, so she would, that would be showing a different void in a different suit?
No, it would be obviously the same suit. It would be hearts, but it would be showing a void in hearts
Oh,
instead of
I
a
see.
singleton heart.
Not just a singleton. Okay, got it.
Splinter is either singleton or a void. You don't know which one.
That's true. But the
Okay.
When
5
she
no
bids
trump.
5 no trump there, you know now that it's a void.
Oh, void, not one.
Interesting. I don't remember ever hearing that before, so what's that called, Rick?
Key card, Blackwood.
It's
No,
an
no.
extension.
No, I thought you gave,
1430.
you said something that,
No, I just said that it's an
about,
advanced part of key card. It's just
okay.
but
Okay.
it's just a component of key card.
And
I
if you have
thought
an odd number of key cards plus a void, you bid the void at the 6th level.
Void at 6 level.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you
So
had
this
had
is
one more
saying
key card,
even.
if you'd had one more key
Even
card here, you'd have
number
bid 6
key
hearts.
cards. Okay.
Yeah, it should be used
So-
carefully because if you have 0 key cards or if you only
One.
have 1 key card, it's a bit of a risk to just
Right.
go flying into the 6th level.
So, okay, so rather than odd
2,
number, you would say if you have 3.
3.
Yeah, 3 normally.
Oh,
Hmm.
cool.
So what do you think?
I
What do you
was-
think about that, Lynn? Do you think that how are you doing with key cards?
Well, I think fine. That means I'm only concerned about one, and that's okay. If it's only one that I'm concerned about to
That's
go.
right.
So I'm going to go.
Okay. You have to go anyhow, right? Because there's
Yeah.
no getting 5 hearts over 5 no trump.
Right.
But you're not going to 7, which is the
Oh,
other
wait,
question.
wait.
Wait, not hearts,
Not hearts. God, I got confused.
down 12.
I was thinking too hard. Yeah, down big time with our void in Singleton. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, 6 hearts can be corrected by Jackie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
right.
I played once against a college team where they accidentally bid the higher suit, which would have forced them to a higher level if they corrected.
Oh,
I still almost
gosh.
made it somehow.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, that's
so
beautiful.
here we'll probably get a King of Hearts lead. Then you can rough that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can try the spade finesse.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, you'll be over north and you try the spade finesse and it'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not much more they can do other than lead a spade back probably.
Mm-hmm.
You finish drawing trumps, and then you have how without looking at the defense, how would you think about playing the clubs and diamonds here?
Um, I'm gonna have to lead toward my ace jack.
You sure?
Of clubs?
Yeah.
How
Why?
come?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, don't look at the defending.
What if
No,
East
I'm
has the
not.
queen of clubs?
How do I know where the queen of clubs is?
Yeah.
Well, the bidding. Let me go back and look at the bidding, but it seems
So,
like that.
without
No,
looking
there
at
was
the
no
defender's
bidding.
hands, is there a way to avoid doing a club finesse at all?
Hmm.
Avoid, just going toward my, is that what you mean?
I'm
Rather
saying,
than
how many
jack?
diamonds do you have?
Well, 8.
And so if their diamonds split 3-2, you can just run your diamonds and pitch 2 clubs from south.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have to do a club finesse.
Okay. Oh, I see. So just do the
Right? So
diamonds in.
normally you'll start on diamonds hoping not to finesse at all.
Okay, I see.
When you play the king of diamonds, West is going to show out.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you should play West for the queen of clubs, because if you know that East has 5 or 6 hearts and East has 5 diamonds, and the East showed up with the spade, you can play your king of clubs. And if that doesn't drop the queen, you can be pretty sure that East is out of clubs at that point.
Okay.
So you should be pretty much a lock for finessing in the right direction here. But it is a two-way finesse. You could either lead to the ace and finesse back, or you
Mm-hmm.
could lead your king and finesse forwards. Either one's available.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
lots going on here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do one more, and then you'll probably need to get going.
Okay. Um, I think I should be doing it. Is that okay to do?
No, you
It's
can't do
not?
that there. That's a natural bid
That's a
showing
natural
spade
bid?
stopper and 10 to 12 points.
Okay, so I should do,
This is eerily similar to the previous hand.
yeah. Was that enough of a jump to show
Yep.
Splinter?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 4 spades takes you past 4 hearts, so you definitely cannot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what if East had passed, you would have bid 3 spades anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
So long as it's still a jump, you can still make your regular bid.
Okay.
Oh. That's what I want to do.
Okay. So you have 2.
No. She's just competing
He's
here.
competing.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
She couldn't bid 4 hearts, so her
I
only choices
see.
are pass or double
I
with 5
see.
hearts.
Okay. Okay.
And so you're pretty good. You'll wind up trying your heart. Well, you would not necessarily finesse hearts, I guess, here with 6.
Well, you maybe lead the queen and see if West flinches.
Right. Robot West.
Wow,
Slow
yeah,
body
that's a
probably
beautiful
won't.
hand. Okay.
Well, the clubs are pretty ugly.
Yeah, clubs are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask this though. There's a couple of things about this. Um, so what are, if you count losers here, how would we count our losers?
In my hand. No, in the
Well,
long
no,
suit
in
and
the
the
north
long
hand.
trump.
You count from the long trump hand.
Long trump,
So how
right.
many heart losers do you have?
One,
One. How many
and
spade losers?
0.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
we would
Oh,
often
yeah.
count one, but we would notice right away we're gonna rough a spade, so
Yeah.
there's really
Right.
no spade loser.
Okay.
How many diamond losers?
None.
And
And how many club losers?
3.
2.
Three.
Oh,
Eight.
3 in her hand. 3 in Jackie's hand.
2.5.
Yeah, and so I mean, a winning club finesse will get rid of a club, will get rid of a loser. A winning heart drop will get rid of a loser. But you have a heart and 3 clubs potentially, so you could go down. And it would
Yeah.
be easy to go down here if you try and drop the king of hearts and it doesn't, and if you lead a club to the king and it loses to the ace, you'll wind up going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you don't have to commit yourself to that club finesse right off.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you'd be better off after you try and drop the heart and it doesn't, to try and take the ace of spades and rough a spade and then do a diamond finesse.
Mm-hmm.
If that works, you'll be able to pitch a club on the ace of diamonds.
Oh, yeah, because the jack will be good. Yeah.
If the jack wins and you catch the king, then you
Mm-hmm.
bust the dummy and the trumps,
Mm-hmm.
hit the ace and then pitch a club. And then you could try the club finesse, but if it loses, you'll only lose 2 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think there's a better way. If you try to drop the king and fail, I think the optimal thing to do is then to get rid of spades, rough the spade, and then rough out
Rough
the
out spades
diamond,
and rough out diamonds.
then exit a heart. Because
Yeah.
the West has the king at that point. He either has to lead away from his clubs, which is bad, or he leads a suit in which he can get a rough sluff.
All right, so strip and end play. You see how that would work out?
I'd have to hear that again.
So you
Sorry.
play a heart to the ace, and you find out that
Yeah,
the
so
king is
they'll
still
start with the king of spades probably here.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
pick
okay.
one.
Okay.
So you win the ace
Mm-hmm.
and catch the ace of hearts, hoping that the trumps are 1-1.
Mm. Okay.
Right.
When there's 2 out, we hope they drop,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't. And so, but we'll know West has the king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then we can rough a spade and play the king and ace of diamonds and rough a diamond. So now we don't have any spades or diamonds left in our hands.
Right.
And then we play a heart.
And you know West has the king of hearts, so he's going to win it.
Right.
Once he
If
wins
if
it,
he leads a club, king of clubs will be good.
Yep.
If he leads a spade or a diamond, you can pitch a club loser and roughen the dummy.
it's not actually going to be enough when you're playing 5 hearts, since you will still have to lose 2
You're
clubs.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That would be from 4.
Oh, dear. With 11 trump. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but you could combine those, I guess, to make 5, right? You do the diamond finesse,
hmm
then you can pitch a club on a diamond, and then you put them in.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Anyhow, let's call it here.
Okay.
Get to your game.
Okay. Well, thanks.
That was good.
It was good information. And I think we talked about the 5 no trump once before, but I'm going to go back and review that.
Boy,
I
should-
like that. Yeah.
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 All right. Good to
And
see you.
happy Thanksgiving.
And
You
the same to
too.
you. Did you say you're off somewhere, Rick?
next week we're going to Cabo for a few days.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
doing
Yeah, the
a-
weather.
staying at a luxury spa kind of place. So
Ooh.
not our usual vacation, but
Yeah, that's great.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, well, enjoy. Good
All
to
right,
see
see you guys.
everybody.
Yeah,
Have
happy
a
Thanksgiving,
great
all.
time and happy